Hi, welcome to Unplugged with Eraldo. Thanks for joining us today. Not only do we have great guests lined up for you, but we also have animals. That's right, we have a llama, sheep, and a goat, so we'll be heading outdoors. But first, we're going to talk with a very talented Hollywood actress about some exciting new announcements, plus give you some shopping tips and share some great healthy food swaps. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. Joining me via Skype from Los Angeles is actress Elisabeth Rohm. Elizabeth, you have so much going on. You have season 2 of The Oath, a beauty and cosmetic line, a new fashion collection, and you've recently been cast to play Fox News host Martha McCallum in the upcoming movie about former Fox News chief Roger Ailes called Fair and Balanced. You're certainly so busy, so we appreciate you taking the time to join us. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you?
So much. And I flew in from Iceland last night to make this Skype appointment.
So you've seen Iceland too then.
Yeah, it's been busy.
Wow. So listen, congratulations again on getting the part
Thank
for the
you.
new movie Fair and Balanced. I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit later. So I want to really ask you some general questions first of all. What made you decide to go into acting?
For some people, they're very intentional about what they're going to pursue. And for others, they have happy accidents. I think love can be like that. I think some of the great things we stumble upon can be happy accidents. And for me, I went to liberal arts college. I did do some acting in college, but my pursuit of it, I wasn't like a song and dance kid. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
got into it after college, and I started making $900 a week on One Life to Live, and I was like, oh, this gig pays. I'm like, so I kind of fell into acting a bit accidentally. And then I think over the years, I've turned more into a veteran. I've been doing it long now.
So I understand that you're all casted in the season 2 of The Oath. Is there anything you can tell us about that right off the bat? Just
I
something, a
just
little
think that
snippet.
I just for those that are watching The Oath, or those that have yet to watch it, Joe Halpin's story. He was an LA sheriff. For 15 years, he was a part of a cop gang. Sometimes when you're watching television or seeing a movie, you can feel when it's somebody's true story, and it makes it so much more compelling.
Right.
So it's very gritty. It's very hard to watch. It's just a very dark world, but it was Joe's world, and so we're dipping into that corruption from a true vantage point. And I just think it's fascinating. So now we're going, there's so many ways to explore these cop gangs, because of the fact that we've got the Mexican mafia, we've got all of these different aspects of crime. And this season it gets a lot more glamorous. We're getting into some more drug cartel stuff. So it last year was extremely gritty, and this year it's going to feel, I don't know, like sort of just a little bit more glamorous. We're getting more into the drug world, and it's the stakes are higher this time.
Of course, of course. Listen, I love when you were in Law and Order, and I'm sure you get asked this question all the time. Can you tell us maybe some interesting memories from your part of Law and Order? I know, how many seasons did you do with them?
Well, I did 4.5 seasons over 5 years, and for
Uh-huh.
me, it was also very meaningful because I'm a New Yorker. I came to
Right.
LA, like every girl comes to LA to make it as an actress, but I actually got to go home to my hometown.
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy because for New Yorkers, Law and Order is a part of their identity, like the Yankees. It's really, everybody's got a Law and Order story. Everybody has a friend that was in it, or it's shot in your apartment, or you're on your block, or whatever. So it was triply meaningful. Plus my dad is an attorney, so he was like, my daughter wants to be an actress. He was perfect. And then his role as a lawyer, he was like, oh, this I can understand.
Right.
Um, but really, some of my greatest memories, really are of Jerry Orbach and Sam
Yes.
Waters,
I was
because
about to
I
say. Yeah.
was so young, and to have these two guys be my mentors
Yes.
at such a young age, I think of them every single day, every
Yes.
movie, everything, because my work ethic
Hmm.
and my humor about it all. And these guys, you know, I mean, they're such true entertainers. They're not
Right.
famous. They're
Right,
not
right, right. They're just
they're not
ordinary people, right? They're just exactly right.
they're not on some reality show. I mean,
Right.
God rest his soul, Jerry is gone. But Sam, as well. I mean, both true truly hardworking, kind. So everything that I am as an actress on
Right.
set and in front of the camera really came from these two
Right.
giants inspiring me to not, you could not show up on Law and Order and, not know your lines.
Yeah,
You
that's
could not
right.
could not show up late. You could not be rude to the crew. You
That's
could
true.
not you could not come in with any attitude.
Mm,
These guys were legends. They had done so much and they worked harder than
right.
any one of us did. So the young people who came onto that show really, I think, learned how to be a lead in a show with a
Right.
lot of grace and a lot of grit.
Let me ask you about your philanthropic work. I know you do some work with the Red Cross, and you also do some work with the American Heart Association. So tell us what makes that so special for you.
Well, for me, my mother was a real hippie. She believed that, we couldn't be on this planet and not try to make a difference and advocate for others. So
Mm.
she always drove that point home. My mom had a fire in her house and she did not have the money to replace that roof that had been destroyed, and the Red Cross helped her to do that. And so when I started acting, she said, if you're ever approached by the Red Cross, I have a debt of gratitude. I expect you to pay it.
Yeah, of course.
And
Yes.
so I did, and it started this long, long relationship. I've been an emergency trained volunteer. I've responded to fires, and obviously we've gone through what we've gone through now here.
Listen, I have a couple more, like a minute or so left. Real
Okay.
quickly, tell me about again the new movie that you just got casted for, Fair and Balanced. I'm sure you're looking forward to. When is that going to start filming?
Well, they're filming already, so
Oh,
I joined them after Thanksgiving. I
okay.
mean, I'm doing some things with them this week, but I start to shoot on next week.
Hmm. And one last question. I know your daughter Easton. Will she be a part of any of that designing or fashion or beauty thing? Will she have anything to do with that at all, or?
She's a part of how I get dressed in the morning. I mean, for God's She's an exceptional human being. I always think we feel this way about our kids, but I feel this way about her. She's the new and improved version. So if I'm going to a meeting or going to a red carpet event or any work thing I'm doing or even social media, I'm always asking her, like, Mom, please.
Mom,
Grow
please,
up.
right? Elizabeth, we are out of time, but thank you so much for
Thank
being with
you
us.
so
All the
much.
best to you, and I can't wait to see you on the screen again.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Same to
everybody.
you. Take care. Bye. Okay, guys, still ahead. And when we come back, we'll share with you some easy, healthy food swaps so you can enjoy all of your favorite dishes this holiday season without the guilt. Okay, guys, welcome back. She is a friend to our show, and we love having her on. Joining me is physician assistant and founder of Eat Your Way to Wellness, Jessica DeLuise. Wow. Hi, Jessica. How are
I'm
you?
so good. How are you?
I'm doing terrific. You got some great stuff here.
I like to think so,
Yeah,
Eraldo.
you think so too, right?
So I wanted to bring these to the show today because a lot of people, a lot of my patients are trying to lead healthier lifestyles, right?
Of course.
They want better for you options, and I brought a few of my favorites.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So let's start. I guess we can start here and
Let's
then
do
work
it.
our way that way. So you brought some incredible fruit here and veggies, right?
I'm going to tell you something. So
Tell
we
me
all
something.
we're starved for time, and getting to the grocery store I know is a challenge for a lot of us. So
course.
there's many delivery options that you can have where groceries are delivered right to your doorstep.
Oh, really?
This is my favorite one. It's from Hungry Harvest.
Hungry Harvest. I love that name.
I know. So Hungry Harvest, since it was founded in 2014,
Right.
they have rescued over 11 million pounds of produce.
Oh, wow.
They get the produce directly from the farmers and deliver it to your household. So not only are you getting something that's convenient,
Right.
that's good for you, but it's saving your environment.
It's
It's
fresh.
sustainable.
That's
and check it
right.
out. I
Yes.
brought the box. This is
You
what
brought-
it comes in.
in a box.
It's right on my
That is-
doorstep.
That's a great idea.
Just
That's
like that.
awesome.
So, and
Hungry
then you get a
Harvest.
text message. They tell you when it's there. And then you make dinner. Very
Absolutely.
easy.
Absolutely.
So, big fan of Hungry Harvest.
Bigfoot. What do you got here?
When you're making changes, you may think, okay, fruits and vegetables. So a lot of people have that on lock. They know we have to
Okay.
incorporate more fruits and vegetables.
Right.
They forget about protein.
That's right.
Protein,
And I'm a big sponsor of protein. Right?
yes, all those muscles
All
you
those-
have, all those
stop.
muscles. So protein
Okay.
is going to keep us fuller longer.
Yes.
It's going to help us repair tissues, build muscles,
That's right.
think more clearly. So choosing a protein powder, adding it to yogurt in the morning, adding it to
what I
Alfredo
do.
sauce.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, or just, I like to put it in a little baggie, keep it in my purse, then it's convenient.
Of
and
course.
I don't, run for that unhealthy snack.
Take it anywhere
right?
you go, right?
Okay, ready for the last
Let's
one?
yeah, of
Okay,
course.
this is the first and only nut-free, soy-free, dairy-free milk on the market.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a tongue twister.
When a lot of people have the top 8 allergens,
Yes.
when that's a consideration, choosing something like a plant-based milk is something that a lot of individuals are doing.
Of course.
But then choosing something that doesn't have added sugar, this is Muwala. It's a banana milk. So you get sweetness from
banana milk.
bananas.
Wow.
Exactly. You can use it in your morning granola, use it in your coffee, and as compared to some other non-dairy milks that are or plant-based milks that are on the market that have 7 or 8 grams of sugars, this only has 3.
Does this have to be refrigerated at all?
Oh yeah, it has to be refrigerated. Yeah, just like any.
It's regular milk.
Just like any plant-based milk.
Okay.
But if you're thinking about these small swaps, so having the fruits and vegetables conveniently there, having an option for protein or milk that doesn't have any additives, right? This doesn't have any sugar. This protein powder in particular is stevia sweetened.
Right.
That's going to impact your health in a big way.
Of course.
But there's small changes that you can make really easily.
Okay. So which ones do you use most of the time?
Well, I'm using all of these every day.
Okay.
And I get my Hungry Harvest once a week. And then what I've done is they give you this really neat book, so how long everything lasts in your refrigerator or in your home, and then you can get creative. But I'm finding that I use all of these. For example, dinner, I'll use some veggie, I'll use some protein to keep me full, and I'll use some non-dairy milk, whether it's with my dinner or for dessert, in a recipe.
And now the holiday is almost upon us, so what do people search for most? Is it, tell me, I know you have some ideas.
Yeah, well, the holidays are upon us, and here's the thing with the holidays, is we can end up feeling bloated or weighed down the next day.
I know about bloating.
I know, right. So, and we've all been there, but we don't want to be there. So having these tools in your kitchen can set you up for success. So that way, after the holiday, you're right back on track. You'll get a delivery, maybe you'll you make a smoothie in the morning with your protein and your non-dairy milk, and then you're good to go.
Of course, you also have to incorporate exercising.
You would know about that.
Yeah, we know about that, a little bit about that, that's right.
Less than 30% of people get the recommended amount of exercise.
Right.
As a physician assistant, I see this all the time. We just have to move.
That's
and continue to move.
Keeping
moving.
the ball moving.
Keeping the ball moving. It's great for bone strength, muscle strength, you name it.
All right, Jessica, thank you so much for being here
Thank
again.
you,
Happy holidays.
Happy
okay,
holidays.
guys, still ahead. According to a report from Adobe Analytics, $124 billion will be spent on online sales alone this holiday season. Coming up next, we'll hear from an online influencer who can tell us more about this report. Joining me via Skype from Michigan is Jeff Barrett, the CEO of Barrett PR. Jeff has been honored as one of Forbes' top 50 social media influencers and Business Insider's #1 ad executive. Thanks for joining us, Jeff, to talk about the holiday shopping season. Hey, man, how are you?
Thanks so much for having me. It's great. It's the power of technology. I can be in my living room in Michigan, and we can have this conversation.
That's right.
Travel.
That's right.
Yeah.
So listen, so let's start off right at the bat. What are you seeing from the people shopping in today's market? Do you see any clear indications we should be aware of, or?
Well, and some of these are probably going to be really obvious to you because it's just common sense and it's way our habits are changing. Adobe did a holiday report, expected 124 billion in online sales, which that's an abstract number, right? But that actually amounts to being about 15% of an increase over last year. And if you think about that, that makes sense. We're finding things on Instagram. We're wanting to ditch the lines, or you just have a Black Friday sale that winds up being year-round, or not year-round, but seemingly at least a week long.
All right. So do you see any changes from, say, up the previous year or so? Are people getting more involved with the online shopping? Is there anything you clearly see the difference from last year to this year?
I think the biggest difference this year is you're getting a lot more action mobile. There's an expected a $9 billion loss.
Wow.
That could be achieved because people just don't have a mobile site or a mobile experience that's up to par. Meaning, and you probably experience this just like I do and every other consumer, if the online experience is too sticky, if there's too many things to get through to the checkout, then maybe that kind of passing interest fades. So it's being able to convert on mobile is where the biggest change will happen. We'll see kind of people be slow to the jump this year and really understand that next year they have to have that mobile experience.
So you can actually continue the pattern, the growth, right? Through the online media, you see it continuing to grow every year, or?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Because again, we don't want to be going to you don't want to be urban camping in a tent outside of a Best Buy, do you?
No. No.
So it's just being logical. It used to be that we thought, well, this is the only way people were going to come out here and get these deals, and it was to drive holiday shopping, which drove the revenue for the year. And you can understand why all these things happen. But once we've kind of conditioned people to one, not want to camp out, and two, have a bunch of cardboard boxes sent to their house. By the way, that's the biggest issue we have to start thinking about next year is I have too many cardboard boxes in my house. I don't know where to go with them.
So does anything affect people's purchasing power? Is there anything that really, makes people wonder, maybe I'll just wait and buy it another time? Is there anything that, we should be aware of, basically, when we're buying? Is there a best time to buy something?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things. You were hitting on something that's pretty interesting, in that's people are actually using social media less to kind of evaluate their purchases, which is an interesting stat. I think like the most interesting thing we did in this report was kind of hone in on, that is not the end goal. Like we thought that people were going to start, using social media more and more and more and more to do it, and it's just not the case. But as far as best timing, look, I mean, it used to be there would be like these 4-hour, 6-hour windows, and now there's, it's a week long. It can be even longer. Utilizing browser tabs like Honey are a really good idea. There are a lot more options out there to kind of try and find things, and brands have gotten smarter about sending you updates, right? Whether Express hits you up on your phone, right, or Wayfair constantly hits me up at 11:30 p.m. because that's just my natural Wayfair shopping time. They just get me. And, with more data, companies understand how to better reach you. All right. So it's more so not that you have to seek it out, it's that companies have to seek you out.
So tell me a little bit about your role as CEO of your company a little bit. Tell us about it.
Oh, yeah. Is it shameless plug time? I love it. So I work with a lot of Fortune 500 tech companies on getting their word out and media strategy and doing, fun things involving AI or AR. It's a cool gig. I've been doing it for 7 years on my own now, and wouldn't trade it for anything. And then the whole social influencer thing, which is never a term people like to use, was kind of just designed to create leverage in the industry. I looked at it this way. If you're in PR and you're asking somebody to write or cover something, you probably should be able to deliver something in return to kind of create better leverage and guarantee you're able to actually get your stuff done.
Last question. I know that you're a motivational speaker. So do you have dates? Obviously, you have some dates coming up. Where can people get more information about you and your next stop and everything else that you're doing?
Yeah, so barrettpr.com is where you learn more about me. Or if you want it in real time, it's just at @barrettall on Twitter. And and by the way, if you say hi to me on Twitter, I always say hi back. Which has gotten increasingly more difficult over 7 years to do, but I committed to it, and now I can't go back on it.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate your time. Good luck, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Hey, sounds good.
All righty, bye. Okay, guys, don't go anywhere. We're heading outdoors to see a goat, a sheep, and a llama, and to talk about great humanitarian holiday giving with a truly dedicated member of World Vision. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, we are outside with Brian P. Duss. Hi, Brian.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. With World Vision. I tell you, this is going to be a great segment. Thanks for being here, man.
Thanks for having me and my friends.
This is amazing. Hey, hi there. How are you? Guys, this is amazing. So let's talk about World Vision, Brian.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what they're all about.
So World Vision is a Christian humanitarian organization. We do relief, development, and advocacy in about 100 countries around the world.
Wow, 100. That's it?
That's right.
That's a lot, right? So if I wanted to ask you, if I wanted to have one of these animals be brought to my home, is that something doable?
I
or-
wish you could go on the website and have goat delivery, but what we do is with the World Vision gift catalog, you can
Okay.
get one of these life-saving animals and you can give it to a child in need in a developing country.
So it goes by catalogs then, right?
That's right. You can look in our catalog or you can go to worldvision.org and you can pick one of these beautiful animals. And the goats, for example,
Right.
they'll be sent to a child in need, say, for example, in Zambia.
Right.
And a goat like this, we really think about them as miracles with fur.
Miracles with fur. I love that. That is really nice. So tell me about World Vision as far as how long have they been on then? So how long has the
Yeah, World Vision has been working for almost 70 years.
70 years?
That's right. And what we do is we work with children, families, and their communities to address the root causes of poverty.
Okay.
So one of the things that I love about items in the gift catalog is that it's really giving someone a hand up.
Okay.
It's not just about coming in and giving a one-time gift and leaving
Right.
or telling people what they need. We partner with communities and we say, what are the things in the community that you need? Some communities need clean water.
Okay.
Sometimes they need a girls' school. Sometimes
Okay.
they need educational training or
So
agricultural.
you provide everything then?
We try to do